Hi. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy new week. Happy August if you haven't heard from me since the new month started. But yeah, I hope you all are doing well. We're going to get our message of gratitude for the week. You will notice that there was not one posted last week, but if you had your post notifications on, you would have seen that I posted to our community board with a playlist of all of the messages up to date so that you could hit shuffle for your own personal message. You can do that at any time, though, and these messages are timeless. So let's go ahead and see what the messages of gratitude are for the week. Spirit of all that is spiritual and divine, I'm grateful to be a messenger and a mouthpiece. I know these messages will reach exactly who they are meant to. May they be clear-cut and concise. So before I hit record, I was playing music after I got off live, and it was Stop and Stare by One Republic. And he said, time to make one last appeal for the life that I live. So for some of you, you're giving life another try. I'm hearing dust yourself off and try again. I don't know what failures you perceive to be had in regard to the things you were working on or doing, or just things that you've experienced, pains, traumas, just life in general. But if you weren't already feeling this way, Spirit is guiding you to give it one last try, give it one last appeal before you decide you're finished. As I said on live, I have been picking up on a lot of energy where some people have been considering taking themselves away from this place, unaliving themselves. And I am here to tell you, you have a purpose. You are seen, you are heard, you are valid, and you're needed. Okay. Spirit, what's our message of gratitude for this week? How can we practice abundance? Ooh, said that for a reason. How can we practice gratitude? Because we know that gratitude begets abundance. What's our quote of gratitude for the week, please and thank you? All right. We have, there is a calmness to a life lived in gratitude, a quiet joy. Ralph H. Bloom or Blum. Look at those colors. Some of you are getting creative. I see somebody drawing with markers, colored markers, maybe watercolor pens. So there's a sense of calm that you've been missing for some of you, collective community. And you may need to up the gratitude. I know that life gets heavy. I know that it seems like it's thing after thing and things are tough and you're struggling and things are not going your way. But I urge you to sit and list the things that you can be grateful for that have gone your way. Confirmation, as my air clicks. The breath in your body, the food you ate today, the people who love you, the laugh you had, the breeze through the trees, whatever the case may be, because there is calmness within that life that you can live with gratitude. It's a quiet joy. I do know that sometimes as human beings, we perceive joy and happiness to be big. You know, it has to be big. It has to be huge. It has to be the things that startle you awake and that you can brag about online or that you can purchase for thousands and thousands of dollars, and everything's so big and grand, and I'm hearing grandiose. And it feels like Spirit wants us to know, collective community, that the calmness comes from the gratitude, that the quiet joys count too. That so long as there is breath in your body, you can make that last appeal to the life you live. You can have that second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh chance. You can move on. You can go forward. Everything doesn't need to be the ways you think it needs to be based upon the perception you have of the outside world, of TV, of celebrities, of people in your ear trying to tell you you're not doing enough, or you're not abundant, or you're broke, or you're busted, or you ain't shit. It has nothing to do with those outside forces. It has to do with what is within. There is a calmness to a life lived in gratitude, a quiet joy. Some of you just need some calm. You're doing too much. You think it's life, but it's also you. Because when you have a moment to have that quiet, to have that serenity, or to have that peace, you go looking for stimulation. You go looking for something else to do. You go looking for something else to work on, something else to succeed in, something else to conquer. Spirit wants you to find your calm, find your ease, find your quiet. Sit your ass in some silence. That is so difficult for some to do. Sit in silence. No music, no TV, no people, no noise. So much as you can control your environment, make it quiet. Make it silent, make it peaceful. Sit and see what comes to you. Meditate. See what spirit, the divine, God, your ancestors, angels, however it resonates for you. See what they have for you. See what they have to say. See what sound you hear, what music you hear, what things you see in your eye, what visions come to you, what emotions come to the forefront. Take a moment to explore in the silence. All of what's worth exploring does not have to do with the noise and the stimulation in the world and traffic and social media and other people and opinions and hot takes. Baby, sit down and shut up. I say that with love because that's what's needed. That's what it's going to take to truly root yourself in this life of joy. It's calmness. It's peace. It's serenity. That's not boredom. That's not a lack of life. That's not a lack of happenings or events. Your life is not dull. That's the very thing you need. So if this is resonating for you, collective community, you're seeking a joy that's not meant for you at this time in your life. It may not be time for you to party. It may not be time for you to go out and be so social and be online and be on live stream and be yapping to everybody and be on the phone and going out and having a bunch of conversation. That may not be the joy that spirit has for you at this time. It doesn't mean that it will never come or return, but it means that there's a calmness that you've been missing. So much to the point that when peace arrives, you panic. When peace arrives, you're wondering what's wrong. You're wondering when the other shoe is going to fall. You're wondering when the building's going to come crashing down. You're wondering when another expense is going to hit your account unexpectedly. You're wondering when someone else is going to leave you or abandon you. And you're creating and manifesting more of that within your life because that's where you are, collective community. That's where you've been sitting. You need to find more calm. You need to embrace more peace because there is a calmness to a life lived in gratitude, a quiet joy. Your joy and your happiness and your fun does not always have to be loud. Everybody doesn't need to know what you got going on. That is so specific for some of you. Everybody does not need to know what you're creating, what you have happening, what your dreams are, what you're manifesting, what you pinned on your vision board. Shut up. I don't know what it is about the way these messages are coming through me, but it may be the way in which you need to hear it. Be quiet. Embrace the quiet. Embrace the calm because that's where you're going to find what you're seeking. It just doesn't look the way you think it should look. I'm hearing sirens outside. You're so used to emergencies. You're so used to panic. You're so used to rushing. You got to get quiet. You got to get quiet. You have to allow your body to experience quiet and peace. Otherwise, your brain will continue to signal to your body that it's time to fight or flight. And you don't even realize how much you've been fawning and freezing because you can't sit in this yet. Challenge yourself today if this is resonating for you. These messages are timeless. Whenever you see this, challenge yourself to sit in quiet. It doesn't mean you can't move. It doesn't mean your thoughts can't wander. That's what's supposed to happen. Just sit with yourself, within yourself, and allow the quiet to happen. Because your life lived in gratitude is what will bring your life lived in joy. I'm going to plant this here. I am genuinely always wishing you all well in accordance with your highest good. Never shoot the messenger because my ancestors will pop that ass back. I hope you're having a good month, a good time, a good life, good health. Okay, continue on in these ways, but challenge yourself to do the things that you are not yet used to. Okay, that's where the growth is going to occur. That's where the abundance comes in, and it starts with gratitude. Until next time in divine time, peace.